Wellness is supposed to make you feel better, but why does it sometimes makes you feel like another source of stress? Hi guys. I hope you're all feeling amazingly well today. And today feels like being shot in the foot because this is a very strong topic that a lot of people are a little scared of talking about, but I feel like it's highly important. Before we jump right into it, if you don't know me, hi. I hope you're doing great. My name is Karina Franco. I am a nutrition student and I love anything wellness and transformation and mindset and everything that goes in between. But I am also the cause of a lot of people suffering. So let me explain myself. So let's jump right in. So, as you guys know, I belong to the wellness industry. I just came out of a transformation series. I did multiple videos about mindset and about wellness, about makeup 101, skincare 101. And me, along with many people in the wellness industry, trying to get you those tips. Sometimes, for the people listening to us or seeing us or following us, it can become a trap. It can just lead you down a pathway where you're doing so many things for your wellness that are just not good for you. That are just too much for your day-to-day life. So I wanted to really talk about how can you actually create balance and what works and what doesn't to be able to create your top list and actually just focus on those things. So, let's get started. So, one of the main things that I see all the time, and people do create content to basically call us out in a way, is the amount of people out there that are trying to influence you into purchases. The first thing that you need to know, and I can tell you this myself, is you don't need to purchase anything to be able to bring more wellness, more health, more anything to your life. You could literally do changes that require no money, no cash. But unfortunately, many influencers out there will sell you on these perfect lives where they have the perfect candle and the perfect body scrub and body lotion and body this and hair this and makeup that. Believe me when I tell you that that is just superficial. You could apply as much skincare and as much makeup and do 20 plus step body routines, and it's not going to bring you the wellness that you are looking for. As a nutrition student and someone that is now deep depths into a medical field, whether people want to believe it or not, but when you are a nutrition student, and when we're talking about nutrition, we're talking about nutrition sciences. We learn about the chemistry of things, the biology of things. We learn about the human body, how it functions, how your metabolism functions. And the reality here is when we talk about the mental side of getting health when it comes to food, we also talk about every other aspect that goes along with it. Especially now, we have heavy conversations about the power of social media and influencers and social creators, not only people that know nothing about the topic but still talk about it, and the people that know a lot about it but seem to be fearful for their careers to talk about it. So there is a very big movement of people like me that are either students and we're trying to basically put out the information as we learn it, or people that are already very well known in their fields, getting them to have a platform and speak about said topics. So for me, as someone that I'm enthusiastic, that I come from the cosmetic field, as I worked in the cosmetic field for 5 years, I know a little more than the person that knows nothing. So my job here is to make you understand that if if you wish, you could be absolutely broke and still bring wellness into your life. Because at the end of the day, what wellness is you bringing a little bit more to yourself. whether it be by journaling, meditating, taking a little longer in your skincare, doing a facial massage, doing a lymph massage on your body. All those things don't need money, they don't need a financial thing behind it. And that is a message that I like to bring. I don't talk about particular products in my stuff. I don't show you products. I don't bring out products. And if I do show you products, is my thing of like, hey, this is what I use. You can try it if you want to, but I'm not going to press you to try it. I'm not going to review a product for the sake of reviewing. That is not my goal. My goal is to tell you, hey, this is the kind of routine that I personally do. You can try it if you wish to. Here's the product. But I'm not going to give you a review. I'm not going to tell you if it's good, if it's bad. There's products that are currently on my page as like a quick thing that I just don't use anymore. Like I stopped using them. I stopped using them because either they were too expensive for my budget at the time, or they stopped working for me, or I just stopped needing them for that period of time, or whatever other reason. And that is the same thing for anything in wellness. You don't have to spend money, and influencers, unfortunately, they need to make money. We as influencers, as content creators, as all that, for us to make money, we do money in multiple ways. Affiliate marketing is when we basically tell you about a product and we get some kickback on it. AdSense is an obvious one. Basically, any ads that you see, it will come to us as a portion of it. And then, of course, you have other things like sponsored posts and all that. I can tell you right now, I am not big enough to do that. Everything that I've been doing for the right now, up until this moment, has been 100% for free. I am 35 actually, counting with this one. So 35 episodes in on my podcast, and I've gained nothing. Absolutely nothing out of it. I have not gained any money. I have not gained any notoriety. I have not gained anything out of it. And I still will keep going, even if I do get the views, even if I do get all that. Of course, because I want my message to go out there and I want you to be able to see it. But my point is not to give you a product and tell you, buy this so that your life gets better. That's not my point. So, how can we go ahead and pick up all the bombardment that we're having when it comes to social medias and magazines and influencers and all these people, including me? How can you look at my stuff and other people's stuff and say, hey, this works for me and this doesn't work for me, or I could experiment this someday, or this is not going to click for me? So let me give you the tools to actually assess how you can stop yourself from getting into the wellness trap. So first things first, one of the main things that I tell people is if it fits, it fits. If it doesn't, take it out. What I mean by that is you will see a lot of people out there doing their 5 a.m. morning routines and their 6 a.m. morning routines, and they spend an hour or two just going through a morning routine before they even start to do anything work related. 9 times out of 10, you will not have that possibility. You don't have the life to spend 2 hours doing this fancy schmancy routine where you would go to the sauna and then you cold shower and then you meditate for 20 minutes and then you journal for X amount. Stop it. Just stop it. It is unrealistic for people to assume that an influencer's routine can be applied to you. Let me tell you about my routine. A realistic routine. I work weekends and I go to school Monday through Friday. I don't have more than an hour in the morning to get ready from the moment I wake up to the moment that I have to leave. Just so that you're aware, 10 minutes of those is me rolling in bed, trying to get out of bed. Other 10 minutes is the process of me getting dressed and getting out of the house. Luckily, I don't need to prep anything because I normally prep the night before. So that leaves me about 40 minutes to do something. 20 of those are going to be eating breakfast because no one needs to rush. So I am left with another 20 minutes to do something. Okay, what will be that something? Well, my something is brushing my teeth, doing some skincare, maybe journal a little bit if I get a little bit extra time. If I can't journal, I might meditate. If I can't meditate, I'll pet my dog and leave it at that. Yeah. The wellness person doesn't do the typical wellness things in the morning because it doesn't fit every single day of my morning routine. I'm more likely to do wellness things at night or when I go take a bath or when I take a shower than I do in the morning because I just don't have the time. I want to sleep a little longer so that I get a better sleep, so that I sleep more time. I want to be able to get out of the house early enough and go and hit the gym. That is a wellness step, but is not something that is obligatory on my day to day life. And I don't go for the gym and spend 2 hours in there like some people seem to show it. I go for 15, 20, 30 minutes. Maybe if I have time, I'll do 45. If I really have a lot of time, I might stay for an hour. But I will create my own routine as I go on my day. There's days that I'm rushing from place to place and going all kinds of directions, and then there's other days where I can slow down and I can take my time. Maybe I don't have assignments to do or homework to do or stuff to study, stuff to clean. And people are that way. We are human. We have our own routines, our own issues, our own goals, our own desires, our own routines. We have sometimes people to take care of. We have people to keep an eye on. Maybe you have kids, maybe you have family. And those things will come into play on what will fit in your life, what will add to your life as a way to bring wellness to yourself. So the way that I see is that if it fits your current reality, then do it. If it doesn't fit, don't do it. If you can't do a 20-minute meditation, but you can do a 5-minute and you want to add meditation to your daily routine, then add a 5-minute meditation to your routine. Don't add a 20-minute and then find yourself having to sleep 15 less minutes or neglecting something that you really need to do for the sake of a meditation. Because the thing that you're neglecting or the thing that you need to push back or the less time that you spend sleeping and resting and staying with yourself is going to bring you less wellness than the thing that you added to bring you wellness. And then all you get is just stress and anxiety and why didn't I do it? And oh, I need to get it off of my checklist. No one is after you. Do what makes you feel good and go back to basics. That is one thing that a lot of wellness people don't talk about. Go back to basics. Sleep 8 to 9 hours, women. Yes, I'm saying women because women need more sleep than men. It has been studied, and there's more studies being planned and being taken care of to actually really hone this in. But the latest studies that have come out, women need an extra hour than men. While men can get away with 7 to 8 hours, women need around 8 to 9, perhaps even 10. They're actually studying to see if it's actually 10 hours instead of 9. So think about that. Exercise, find movement in some sort of way, whether it be gym, whether it be walking, whether it be going up and down the stairs of your building, whether it be doing a quick dance, something, movement, do some sort of movement in your life. Eat healthy, eat a balanced diet, do the 80-20 thing. Don't forbid yourself from eating a chocolate once a week. You can and you should. If it feels right, do it. And those are the basics. Wellness in its core is taking care of what makes sense to you and just being back on the basics. Of course, the wellness industry has created this idea that you need this random ass hair oil or this random ass body thing or that one makeup item or that one gua sha. My love, my sweetheart, I am talking to you right now. You don't need that. You don't need that. Wellness comes from what you do for your own sake, for your own needs. Has nothing to do with whatever I say or anyone else's. My job here is to tell you, hey, this is what worked for me. This is what people are telling me. This is what's coming out in scientific papers or people's opinions. And you can utilize this. If you don't want to utilize this, you don't have to. You don't have to. So now I'm going to give you 3 ways of realizing what works and what doesn't for you. So, shall we get started? So, one of the first things is not going for any extremes. Don't just simply pick something and accept whatever way someone else does. Let's pick up meditation as was something that we talked before. If the person that you follow does a 20, 30-minute long meditation and it works for them, is because they probably have built it up to work for them to be that long. When you start something like meditation or working out, whatever the thing, you should start on the lowest setting. Meditation is one of those things that you can easily start with just a 3 to 5 minute long one, and you're already going to get a lot of benefits if you stick to it, even being that short. Meditation is not something that you particularly need to go for a long period of time to be able to get the benefits. So, if starting with 20 to 30 minutes is too long, start with 3 to 5, and that applies to anything that you do. Don't go for the extreme version of whatever you're doing. Start small and build it up. The other thing that you should do is look at your current habits, the current things that you're doing. Is it bringing you stress or is it helping you? If you're doing something that does not add anything and it only causes you stress, then why are you doing it? One big example that I see personally is the skincare routines. The 10-step Korean skincare routines. You scroll through social media and you find dermatologists even reacting to people's 20, 30, 40-step body cares. That is unrealistic. First of all, 9 times out of 10, they're trying to show you product that you can go buy on their Amazon storefront. That's one of them. Second, it is just excessive. 9 times out of 10, you need 2 to 3 products for most of the things that you do. When it comes to skincare, and I will go ahead and do a video later on going deep into what skincare basically what you need when it comes to skincare. But on average, most people will need a way to wash their face, a way to moisturize, and an SPF. If you have those 3 things, you're already doing more than most. And of course, you can add something like a serum or an ampule or some sort of treatment to be able to treat a condition that you may have, whether it be acne or an anti-aging product or a brightening product to help aid whatever you're looking for. And there's multiple products out there that are multitaskers where they will already bring actives into whatever you're doing. So you don't need to have 10 different steps. At most, you add an extra one depending of your needs, but the average person will not need more than that. I can tell you right now, I use SPF, I use makeup. I have an oil cleanser because I use waterproof based makeup, so an oil cleanser will just cleanse it faster. I have my daily facial wash that I use all the time. I have a toner essence because I like how it feels and my skin has a tendency to have a pulling sensation. And then I have 2 serums that I use alternating, one morning, one night, because one is an acne-based one that I put during the day to prevent me from getting acne. And then I have an anti-aging one that I apply at night to basically start combating the anti-aging as I'm getting closer to 30. And then just a moisturizer and an SPF. So in the end of everything, on the daily basis, I apply 4 to 5 products, but I'm also someone older and I like skincare. If I was back as my teenage days, I literally only used a wash, a moisturizer, and SPF. This is all you need at the end of the day. And you can apply that for anything that you do, from skincare to body care to wellness to eating right. The key is simplifying and making it work for your needs and only adding if it makes you feel better. I do a longer skincare because it makes me feel better. But then if you actually go and see, my body care is like as simple as humanly possible. And my hair care is also really darn simple. So I will focus things that make me feel better or will improve what I already do in some sort of way. I don't go crazy with it. And that is the key for anything that you do. Find balance, remove what stresses you, keep what makes you feel better. And also define what it means to you. A lot of people don't know what wellness is to them. For me, wellness is a way of making me understand myself. It is a way of me giving love to myself, giving myself self love. It is a way of me telling my body and telling my soul that you're being taken care of. And yes, there's certain things that I do a little more than others. There's certain things that I go a little deeper on than others. I do a lot more wellness based stuff that is mental and emotional and mindset based than particularly physical based. All I do for my physical health, besides skincare and body care, I go to the gym. That's it. I am so simple because I don't have time. I don't. I am recording and editing the podcast. I am posting on social media. I am studying. I am working. I don't have time to just do what the influencers do because, with all due respect, what people don't realize is once you get to a certain level of being an influencer, 9 times out of 10, they quit their jobs. They do that full time. So basically, they have a camera in front of their faces. I would say 80% of the time. The other percentage, they're doing other things, and they basically have to record everything that they do. So to make their life interesting, of course, they're going to try health challenges, wellness things, and they're going to try everything. One, to review it, and two, to continue bringing on content. Because if they were to actually record their true lives from Monday to Sunday, after 2 to 3 weeks, there would be such a level of repetition that people would just stop watching. So they try all those things to give you a reason to keep going. That's all there is to it. There's nothing else because their lives are just boring. They go to the gym and they meditate and they eat healthy. And if they had kids, they might show like them prepping shit for kids. That's all they do every single day. They won't show you anything interesting. They won't show you anything out of the ordinary. So people like me that I am doing all those things, I understand why they might feel the need to randomly do a challenge, to randomly try this one random thing, is because they have to keep publishing so that you guys can keep watching. And I understand their frustration, but at the same time, the people that don't have a filter, you will fall into the wellness trap and you will fall into the trap of just doing everything that they do without doing an audit, without realizing what you actually need to implement for your own wellness without adding stress further into your life and just collapsing whatever you're trying to do getting into wellness. So, I hope you have enjoyed what we talked about. Let me know in the comments, have you ever felt trapped by the wellness industry or by wellness influencers, or even felt like you were trapped in your own version of wellness? Let me know through DMs and through the comments. Please let me know whatever else you would like to see from me. And I hope that this can help you in your journey at picking whatever works for you and throwing in the trash what doesn't. I sure hope that you have an amazing week, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe. Bye bye.